Let's get started. You've received the email and you click here to develop your action plan. So you should see your name here. If you don't, that means you must be using the wrong email or someone has sent you the link. You need to use the personalized email you received, and you can check that because it has your name on it. Now let's start. So first thing is we've registered the following email and we ask you to retype it. Now this can seem a little tedious because we ask you this often. There's just no way around it. People just make mistakes. Now, you may not see some of these questions, but in this first tutorial, I am going to go through this. This is for new members of the movement. You should have received a personalized link. If you already in March filled in the full application, we've asked these questions, and so we send you a personalized link that should enable you to skip it. But if you find these are quick to go through. So first of all, the user agreement and privacy policy. Do make sure you read these carefully and then click on I accept. Now, one key question is, does your direct supervisor at work agree with your participation? If you say no, you will not be able to participate. We need you to make sure that you are working to advance your country's directives and that you're completely in compliance with your professional obligations and regulations. And that includes whatever commitments your employer requires you to make. So if your supervisor does not agree, I am sorry, but you will not be able to participate. Then we ask you to confirm that you will honor the scholar pledge. Again, take the time to read this. You do need to accept in order to be able to participate. Your commitment to confidentiality. So basically, we are sharing, immunization professionals are sharing with each other many things. We ask you to confirm your agreement to confidentiality and to recommendations of the World Health Organization. So if you disagree with WHO, if you have alternative ideas about vaccines, you cannot accept this. If you do accept, you will have to abide by WHO guidelines and recommendations. So first start with your gender, man, woman, or other. Your date of birth. So put in your date of birth, put in only numbers together with a year. Put in your WhatsApp number. So here, first thing you do is scroll through and find your country. So in my case, it is Switzerland, which is the default. Once you have done that, then you put in your number. All right. And then click OK. Next, you need to agree to share your WhatsApp number and email with other members. This is required for peer learning activities, so you'd need to say yes. If you say no, you will not be able to participate. Now, we'd like to know about your affiliation and focus, so level of the health system. Here, these should be fairly clear. For example, in Nigeria, region is called state. So if you don't find something that matches what's something that you recognize from your country. Health facility is really the facility level, district is 1 level up, region is 2 levels up, and then national is at the central level, usually the team that works in the capital city. Because the movement is country-based, if you're multi-country or international, you will not be eligible for the movement. So let's say I work in a health facility and I work in Switzerland. So I'm associated with, here you can choose. So you should be able to find something that fits. So let's say I work for the Swiss Ministry of Health and that I'm full-time staff. So again, you can quickly zip through these. How many years of experience? Let's say I have a lot of experience working in a facility in Switzerland. Job categories, so I am a community health worker. You can choose these other categories and just keep going. Now that is all of the demographic information. We ask you, in principle, you should have received a personalized link to skip through these if you've already answered all these questions. But what I recommend is, whatever the case may be, if you don't find the personalized link, just move on, answer these questions quickly. You've answered them before, and they're all multiple choice, so get them done so you can move on with the rest of the action plan. Remember, you can only do the action plan in one sitting. Here, I'm recording separate tutorials, but you will have to do everything in one go, connected with a reliable connection. If you lose your connection, or if you stop, you will not be able to recover the answers to the questions that you've done so far.